Afenifere is fully obedient. Tinubu's endorsement is fake. Adejumo. Wow, this is a chieftain of the Afenifere validating the Afenifere support for Peter Obi and Dati, all right, of the Labour Party. So, because we know that earlier, Adebanjo had declared Afenifere support for them. Unfortunately, some other Yoruba groups were contesting that, all right? And then Tinubu had to go to Akure to go and meet Fashoranti, another old man of the Afenifere to get his blessing. And that man laid his hand on Tinubu's head, commissioning and supporting him, endorsing him. So this man now is coming out to further clarify that the Afenifere is fully obedient. What happened in Akure is unfortunate and is fake. All right. So let's see what he has to say more about this. A chieftain of the Pan-Yoruba Socio-Political Organization, Afenifere, Boyega Adejumo, on Monday said that the group is in total support of the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi. Speaking on Channel Television's Sunrise Daily program, monitored by Politics Nigeria, Adejumo insisted that Afenifere, under the leadership of Pa Ayo Adebanjo, remains fully obedient, a sobriquet for staunch supporters of Obi. Afenifere is fully obedient. Nothing has changed. What happened in Akure, Ondo State, ought not to happen, but it is the season. We've seen quite a slew of fake endorsements, Adejumo said. What happened in Akure was a farce, a joke, he added. Recall that the ambition of Bola Tinubu, presidential flag bearer of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, caused a wedge in the long-standing relationship between two Afenifere leaders, Pa Ruben Fashoranti and Pa Adebanjo. Now, while Fashoranti is fully in support of Tinubu's aspiration and prayed for his success recently, Adebanjo is backing Obi. In March 2021, a 96-year-old Fashoranti stepped down as national leader of Afenifere, citing old age. He handed over to 94-year-old Adebanjo as the acting national leader. All right? So this is how they came. So Pa Fashoranti was the former leader of the Afenifere, but due to old age at 96 years, he stepped down to relax himself and handed over to Adebanjo. So Adebanjo is now the valid leader, the current leader of the Afenifere. So, and we are aware, like I said earlier, what transpired a few weeks ago or a few days ago, where the Afenifere, under the leadership of Pa Ayo Adebanjo, endorsed Peter Obi Dati presidential ambition in the Labour Party come 2023, because they believe that this is the only honest man currently in circulation. This is the only honest man that Nigerians can trust, by reason of his past record, antecedents, by reason of his health, by reason of intelligence, by reason of his wisdom, by reason of how much he knows Nigeria, by reason of everything. Peter Obi scored higher than every other person. And so they declared their support. It is not a time again to play tribal politics, to bring in tribal sentiment into the politics of today, because Nigeria needs revival. Nigeria needs to be steered back from destruction, from collapse, the way it is going. And tribalism will not help it. And that was why Pa Adebanjo had to make that decision with his group in Afenifere, which is the right decision. We've played tribal politics over the years, and it has not helped us. Both Yorubas and Hausas have been playing this tribal politics over the years, and it has not helped us. See where they have kept all of us. All right? And so Pa Adebanjo actually made a decision to make a change based on what he knows about all the candidates. So it was an objective decision, void of sentiment. Unfortunately, Tinubu had to bypass Adebanjo and went to the former leader of the Afenifere, who is Pa Fasoranti at Akure, to ask for his blessing. Well, so Pa Fasoranti blessed Tinubu and declared his endorsement and support for Tinubu come 2023 election, and that has thrown the Afenifere house into division. Now, some factions are with Fasoranti, while some factions are with Adebanjo. But the truth is that Fasoranti is an old man, yes, but he's no longer the leader of Afenifere. The true leader of Afenifere at this moment is Pa Adebanjo. So there's nothing wrong if Pa Fasoranti gives his blessing as a person. But as Afenifere, it is not. It is not correct, because he's no longer the leader of Afenifere and so can no longer speak on behalf of Afenifere. So that is how that case is. And that is why Adejumo is coming out here to tell everybody that Afenifere is still fully obedient. Afenifere is still fully obedient. And what happened in Akure, the endorsement of Tinubu by Fasoranti, is fake and ought not to have happened. All right, and that is the final case. That is the final declaration coming from Afenifere in support of the Labour Party and being fully obedient. That is a very good one. That is a very good clarification. Now let's see what somebody, some comments people are making here, some people's observation as well. Somebody said here, I am not surprised to hear stupid and madness statements like this from you. Who are you? You are irrelevant person in this group. Even Pa Adebanjo was working against Chief Awolowo since 1950s. He never belonged to Afenifere group. So this person is trying to accuse Pa Adejumo of sabotage, of not speaking for Afenifere. He's trying to give him names. But this is not a time to throw tantrums. It's time to be objective and to be holistic and to be void of every form of sentiment, whether tribal or religious or whatever. All right? So this statement, well, this one person had just heard his view and declared his position. Another person is saying Tinubu has the character of recruiting Agbero into his cabinet. That's what somebody is saying here. And that is what is actually happening in Lagos. And that is why a lot of people don't want it to transpire across Nigeria as well. Because if he becomes the president, the whole Nigeria will become Agbero driven, just like Lagos is currently Agbero driven. And that is true. And that is true. So all Tinubu supporters are Agberos. So that is why he in his usual way of trying to bypass the due process, that's why he left the current existing leader of Afenifere and went to the old leader who was retired and had already handed over to get his blessing. A backyard, always through the backyard to get what he wants. Look here, Mr. Nafi, somebody is saying here, said Tinubu will. It has votes in the north. The north is for Atiku and Dati. So Tinubu will win only Lagos and Yoruba states. That is what somebody is saying here. So Tinubu will win only the Yoruba states. What this person is saying is that he will not win the north. All right? The north has votes, and the north vote is meant for Atiku and Dati. That means Atiku and Peter Obi will share the northern votes very well. All right. In the south, it's only in the west that Tinubu will win if he will win at all. That's what somebody is saying here. God bless you more and more, sir. You are one out of millions, great with excellent mind. We need your kind in rebuilding our beloved nation, Nigeria. So somebody is appreciating Pa Adejumo for that declaration, for validating that Afenifere is fully obedient. Somebody is appreciating him for that, for being holistic, for being void of any form of sentiment. God bless Afenifere, God bless Pa Adebanjo and Pa Adejumo for that declaration. That's what some other person is saying here, all right? Somebody is saying you think Nigeria is Lagos, win where? You see? So it means that the APC can only win Lagos. He can't win Nigeria. So that aspect of trying to transform or transfer what has happened in Lagos and how Lagos has been ruled over the years to entire Nigeria will probably not work. So there are a lot of other comments and a lot of views here that time will not permit me to share, but those are a few of them. Let me see your comment below. Adejumo has declared or validated that Afenifere is fully obedient. Thank you for listening, and let me see your comment below.